Hello, everybody. It's Bob again, and this time I'm going to be talking about another one of my favorites, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I have a massive amount of Elvira comic books from the Elvira House of Mystery series to the newer editions that are coming out now with Elvira meets Vincent Price and Elvira in Horrorland and there's so many more I'm going to get into, but this was the says the classic years, and this was from Elvira in the '90s. So with the House of with the House of Mystery, that was Elvira of the '80s, right? Still, just think this is gorgeous, and I had tried to draw my own version of that. And then this was the Elvira of the '90s. Okay. Now, as you can see here, I have a thing where I'm holding my spot. The best thing you can ever do is to put a Cassandra Peterson photo on the front of your comic, because that's like guaranteed way to sell. We're getting this in black and white. Okay. We have stories here by Paul Dini. Terry Austin is inker. There's a lot of different stuff here, and the art fluctuates, right? I think this is pretty cool. This is an awesome page right here for Elvira. There's a couple different artists here, and it's all basically what we have is Elvira has her own television show where she is, mocking bad horror and sci-fi movies, or is a horror host of that. We see here we have Algonquin or Gonk here, so this came in after the movie. Okay, I think that this artwork here is awesome. This is one of my favorite artists in this book for doing Elvira stuff. Not that the previous artist wasn't, this has a more classic feel to it, and it just tends to work when drawing Elvira. You get these like wild textures and such. Kind of wish I could draw Elvira that good, right? And then here we go. So anyway, I was saying the stories usually take place. They're just single issue books, self-contained stories. You rarely get one that's continued to the next issue. But she is a horror hostess, and then weird things will happen. Like I believe that this guy here contacted her and like won a contest and was looking for her help because he turns into a werewolf. Okay, and then she has to like help him get the girl of his dreams or something like that, which I think ends up where she ends up becoming a werewolf, something of that nature. Or actually, she was cursed from somebody, and then Elvira gets that person to release the curse on the guy. But as you can see, it's all a tongue-in-cheek type thing. We were bouncing back and forth between this artist and the other. So with the other artist, and again, these names are kind of escaping me, but here we go. So we have you were getting one story by one person and one story by another in each issue, and this is insane. This is awesome. This looks a lot like, and I'm gonna get chastised for this because Alex Toth from like the Witching Hour. That's the vibe I'm getting from the artwork that I see here, which I just think is awesome. It's so wild. Like there's nothing perfect here about the lettering or anything, but it just adds some kind of charm to this. And when you go for perfection, you usually end up losing out on perfection because everybody can see the flaws. But this person here, the artwork on Elvira is just insanely good. I definitely love it. And all of these stories, some are funny, some aren't, some are, Elvira gets some kind of, that's an awesome picture right there. Elvira has a nemesis, which is like this other horror hostess for another channel who is always constantly trying to get Elvira fired. And then, of course, there is a television exec who hates Elvira and wants to get her fired. Look at that. That is fucking awesome. It just makes me want to draw a house. Look at this with the backgrounds and everything. They threw this in there. It is just insanely great. And again, real Alex Toth vibes here, right? That's just awesome. The hair is huge. I love it, right? They tend to do a more realistic proportions on people in these books, and I do appreciate that. Here we have a different artist from what we were getting previously. Look at this. This, again, great. You're getting these covers added in, which are awesome. And like I said, you know, the artwork, it bounces back and forth between 3 to 4 different artists. The stories are all, you know, for comedy. That's awesome picture right there. Some people do it better than others, but this is, you know, an awesome thing here, especially for Halloween, right? This is all pretty awesome. Love this. I remember when I was getting far enough in this book that the person I was really enjoying kind of stopped doing stories, and that was slightly upsetting because that was like, I was into that person's artwork and I wanted to see more of it. And of course, you know, this is Elvira, so you're going to get tons of sexy images or whatever. And some of the artists, like I say, pull it off. Some of them, not so much, right? But it's all fun. We get this really cartoony way. I think this is the TV exec that I was talking about that is constantly